Hello, I am Darkness, and welcome back to Detention, a game that I realized I was not giving its just due. So, this game actually was confusing the hell out of me. I didn't know what was happening with it. I was really confused, and part of it was more or less due to the fact that I wasn't giving it all the attention it deserved, and I didn't really go into the history of the game, which was doing it a severe injustice. So I've gone, and this is the first time I've ever done this with any game I've ever recorded so far. I've got like 500 videos up, so I've done a few, maybe. I actually went back and rewatched my own playthrough as I studied the history of the White Terror era that happened between 1947 and 1984, I believe, in Taiwan, where it was just, it was pretty much hell on earth for everyone that was there. And it was a time where the government had martial law, and they had strict rules, and propaganda was the word of the land. And in all of that, I really should have gone back and tried to find some of what was going on and what was happening, and I didn't. So I did now, finally, and it makes sense. There's a lot of symbolism in the game. There's a lot of numbers that were going to pop up that I didn't really recognize were numbers that really meant things like, I believe it's 623 appears a few times, and it means that it's a puzzle, an intellectual wisdom, something to be solved. But the lingered and the spirits and all that jazz, they all have a part in this. And so now that I've gone back and rewatched it, I've got to fill you guys in on what's actually happening as far as I can figure out. So, sum it up as fast as I can. This story is not about Wei at all. He is kind of, even though it opens up with him, is kind of a misdirect, because it's showing you the moment everything went wrong. And I didn't realize that until I rewatched it. It's the moment everything went wrong in Rei's life. Not necessarily Wei's, but also in Wei's. So, here's the deal. If you followed up to this point, you're gonna see that there's like a scene with mirrors, and that she was kind of confronting one person, but in the mirror she's confronting another that's hooded, that she seems like she's looking at Miss Yin to confront her, but instead it looks like she's putting a gun to somebody with a mask over their a bag over their head. And there are detention trucks coming to take people away, and there are people that are obviously going to be executed. And I made a comment in the last one or something that is that Wei with the satchel or the burlap bag over his head, and somebody said no, that's Mr. Chang, that's the counselor. And so through all of that, I finally realized, like, after rewatching, oh shit, oh, I get it. And then the blood on the hand, she's watching what's happening, and her hands go from being clean to being bloodied. And then when the game starts off, she can't pass through a river. All the lingered look like Rei, and it's starting to finally make sense. This is about Rei, and it is in the past. The reign of the White Terror is over. This is a recollection of what's happened, and you can tell by the article of Miss Yin having been dead, and her ashes are allowed to be returned after she wasn't allowed to come back into the country. And Mr. Chang is executed. And Wei is caught in the crossfire, and I didn't realize that, but the puppet show shows you that, where somebody in the military goes to execute Mr. Chang, and Wei is shot in between while hanging upside down. And I didn't find the note that everyone said that you're supposed to know to slit open the throat and get the blood of an innocent to make the desk appear, and that has its own symbolism too. So everything is symbolic, and it is carrying weight with it, and I didn't realize the weight it was carrying. And now that I've got it, this game is horribly depressing and really sad, and it's about pretty much Wei. I do not think Rei is alive. I do not think she's alive anymore. I think this is her, like, the best I've got out of this now is that it feels like, I guess, to her, purgatory, but that's going to be wrong, because it's going to be about I don't know how to better put it, but she's not able to cross during the typhoon when she wakes up. She's not able to cross the River of Red. Spirits can't cross rivers. All the lingered look like her. They're searching to find a way into an afterlife. The lantern spirits are the ones that lead people to hell, I believe. The food, no. The food is to satiate the spirits so they can go to hell in an afterlife. The lanterns lead them there. But Ray is remembering something she did wrong that put blood on her hands. And I think it has everything to do with the book club and the counselor and everything. Now, somebody also corrected me that it wasn't all that far-fetched for a teacher to fall in love with a student, and it wasn't all that taboo, except for the fact of the martial law that was going on. And when I rewatched that and realized that wasn't the taboo part, I realized that also, if she overheard that conversation between Mr. Chang and Miss Yin, to me, that conversation sounded like he was being accused of either having been in a relationship like this before, as if Ray's not the first one, or that he's in a relationship with Yin and she's jealous. Either way, Ray is hurt, and he's a counselor, and it makes sense finally. Why is she at the counselor? Because her family life is shit. It used to be good. Her father started cheating. He got taken away. Mom's all happy about it because she can't do anything. She's like the obedient wife. So anyway, I finally get a grasp over it. I think this is her searching for... I think this is her penance for doing something wrong, and I think it has everything to do with the first lines of this game, which is Instructor Bai going to get Miss Yin and talking about a list. And if you remember, Miss Yin says that there is a list. There is something to do with the list of either books or people that are in this book club. And if that ever got out, they're all screwed. It obviously got out because she fled the country. And I believe the person that was captive down in the basement might have been Mr. Chang before execution, or Wei. I don't think Wei is dead. I think he was there as a part of her sin, that she did something about the fact that about Chang. Chang was getting all the books and funneling them for the book club. And I think Ray got really hurt overhearing that. And that's where you get the symbolism of the mirrors, where she's confronting Miss Yin, but accidentally pulling a gun on Chang. I think she meant to get back at Yin, and in doing so, killed the man that she was in love with. And while doing that, put Wei in the crossfire for being a part of that group. I get it now. It makes sense, which means that this game is horribly morbid and depressing. So I'm gonna go on. I'm finally playing. I don't get this last part still, but I think it is, because I'm playing as different spirits of her, and I think is different like acceptance levels of what she's done. Either that, or it's like like kind of like herself stuck in that moment of time, before that moment of time when everything was, before she did what she did and after she did what she did. And all the eyeballs looking at her too, by the way. I don't think Ray lived much longer after that, because I think the eyeballs were everyone looking at her for what she did wrong. I don't know if she was killed in response, as in she was part of it or conspired, or I don't understand necessarily that part. So I don't necessarily understand the puzzle I'm looking at, but I do know I should have, and the school dilapidated. It is obviously in the future every now and then. Right now, this is a future setting of the school where it's abandoned after martial law has been lifted and the age of the White Terror is over. So, like, I'm in right here, I believe, the present. That's why there's graffiti all over the stage that was once pristine and whatnot. But every time I trade places with the different spirits, things change. And now that I changed places again, you see that now there are flags and it looks like it's back in that time. So I think this version of her is in the past. I think this version is seeing the present. And I want to use the version that sees the present for a second. I need to reevaluate everything. because now it all makes more sense. It makes so much more damn sense. That there is, I mean, this place is, I was right in one aspect. This place is derelict. This place has been abandoned, and for good reason. But I think that's about the only thing I was correct at when I first assessed this. That I was looking at more or less the present. And so I don't think that there's anything else I can really do here. But she's see-through. She's a shadow. I don't think she lived to see this. I think she's still wandering the school this long after because of what she did. And she obviously did something. And she's not living it down very well. So I hope everyone is up to speed. I'm sorry to all of those who were like really disappointed in the fact that I wasn't getting the story. But I don't think it has anything to do with playing the game a second time. I think it has everything to do with making yourself knowledgeable to what actually is happening in the game. The history, their culture matters in this game. And so, you know, that not knowing their culture, not knowing exactly their history, not knowing all of this was a detriment to my playthrough and my understanding, and I was just going through everything blind. The only thing someone has told me that I would have never gotten in doing history is that the brightly colored, like the streets and whatnot, were more reminiscent of just Taiwanese shops. It's not like an LSD trip like I thought it was. It's just, I'm just seeing it as it is. So, the ray of the present has nowhere to go. I need to transfer to the ray of the past to be able to go anywhere in this place and figure out this puzzle. I don't think I can go into the fan. I forgot to check that one more time. I don't think there's anything in the fan for me here anymore. No, there's nothing. So, yeah, there's just nothing. I can't find an item from the future, or from the present rather. So this is set back when the school was in its heyday, or right after. At least a vision of it from after she stained her hands with blood, I think. So I think the blood is already on her hands, and this is kind of how she sees her own surroundings. And I've got to find a clue on how to make the one that is upstairs bridge that gap that she cannot cross on her own. I know there's symbolism in there too, but guys, I am trying. I did a hell of a lot of research just to get to where I am now, and I still don't think I've done enough, but I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying to do justice to the game, because this is an amazing game. I just haven't ever played something like this before, so it's very, very, very different. And yeah, this is the ray of, I don't necessarily understand, but this ray I think is back in the present. This ray is the door handle's broken. I can't get in. I think it's up to this ray to figure it out now that she has access up here. I think she's got to fix something so that she can cross. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Oh god, you can still see her shadow just standing inside there. Oh, her shadow follows. Her shadow follows her. Oh god. Ooh. Am I sure I can't open that door? I really don't think I want to go down. I don't think I want to deal with this. The sliding door is wrapped in barbed wire. But Ray is here. What's with this version of Ray? Why is she looking? Oh god. I can't open this door. Alright. Then what can you do? Like, not condescending. Like, what can you do? But, like, really, what? Oh, she can still venture downstairs. She has to find a way to open that door. She got her other self to cross that gap. I wonder if I just circle the whole way around and go in the door, if that solves it. Is that a thing? Can I just do that? Oh God, it's another version of her. Who can be calling at a time like this? No, seriously, how does the phone work? Like the phone can't work. I'm trying. Oh God. Alright, did I get it across? Is she back over here? No, she went across. She followed me across. There we go. There we go. Remember when you enrolled, so full of passion. Participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. So you chose. Oh, I feel like these choices are what are gonna affect the ending, because I'm trying to choose what she actually did. So, things went wrong at home. She was under scrutiny. She didn't turn a blind eye. She didn't accept anything. No, she escaped. With Chang. With the counselor. She escaped using him. The world is immeasurably vast. There is always a place to hide. You are me. I think that means when she says you are me, I got the correct answer. I think that's what it means. Which means that I'm gonna have to go and make all the incorrect answers eventually here. If I got nothing else in this game, at least I fucking understood the character and what she's going through, the psychology behind her pain. I understood that, like, things like she was running, but I didn't get the rest of the things, so dadgummit. There's only so much you could expect out of me. I tried. This place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. What? They're burning the books. What happened? Remember to thoroughly destroy each book and add the spirit money to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages, or else this will be for naught. Hey, Wei? You're closer with Miss Yin. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight. Is that true? I'm not sure. She never said anything about leaving. Well, unlike Miss Yin, we don't have the connections to guide us to safety. Aren't you afraid? Well, actually, what bothers me the most is, did you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions. I'm as clueless as you. Let's just hurry up and finish this. We don't want to get caught. So, ooh boy. Ooh boy. A written verdict from court. A turned piece of verdict. Changming Hu, district level educator, is found guilty with students Wei and other of collusion with communist forces. Changming Hu is to be put to death after the court's ruling. Wei Chongting pleads guilty to affiliating with communist forces, reading of prohibited texts with rebellious and corrupt thoughts. He will be sentenced to 15 years jail time Damn, that is what happened. They were caught. It wasn't enough. So what happens now then? Ooh, whoa. Alright, just gotta chill. Who is that wandering the school? That was an older gentleman. What's happening? What the hell? Wait, what's the note say? Someone's trapped in the bathroom stall? The door is barred by a broom. There's a note on top of it. Snitcher. Remove the broom, yes. It was Ray. Oh! She got the list. It wasn't the books. She got the list somehow. How did she get the list? They burned the book. She got the list. So the list that Bai was talking about. Uh-oh. This is no good. Who is playing the piano? As an older gentleman back in the dilapidated school playing the piano. Note entry. Wait, are these still Way's notes? Excerpt. That time, in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred. Who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word. Because of fear? Remorse? The reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teachers went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me, a decrepit man. Okay, wait. In that time in fear, forcing herself to breed hatred. Who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? When I saw the sunlight again. This is Way. This is Way after being imprisoned. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved ones and teachers went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave. Does that mean he had feelings for Ray? And that definitely means that Ray committed suicide. She would take that leap. I don't think that's figurative. I think she jumped somewhere. So Ray is just a spirit. So Ray's actions made Yin leave. Chang, who she was in love with, get killed. Over jealousy, she did that. And Wei, who she was at least good friends with, if nothing else, be imprisoned 15 years. Which, if this is taking place in the 1960s and this reign of terror didn't end until 1984, he spent the majority of that. I think I'm really close to the end of this game. which means that I'm really close to having to re-go through some of it to get the whatever ending I don't get. Oh god, it all changed. Alright, I'm definitely in the present. I don't know what that means. I can't read Chinese. That's a shame. I need to be able to read Chinese. There's a note on the chart. Where? Wait, what? Her shadow moves when she moves. Why? Why does that mean anything? Wait a second. Oh, it was to catch up with their own shadow. Okay. So I'm lighting the darkness so that each time she can get further. Okay, wait. I need to make it so she can go even further now. So turn the light back off. Yeah, got it. On top of it. By the way, I am doing something unique, which is that I totally have Discord going in the background. There's one person listening to me as I'm recording. Somebody else dropped out because it was spoilers. So, hello there. Oh, acting immediately on one's determination. This is the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Take hold of your own destiny. That was the whole point of getting the book club and learning all the things that they weren't supposed to be taught. Not live a laid-back life or submit to one's fate. Take hold of your destiny. That is a charming thought. So life has gained a goal. Next to him, you found yourself. You are me. I think every time it's saying you are me is that I'm getting the correct answer. So I've got to not get the correct answer, I think, to probably get a different ending. Alright, I'm back in the dystopian past. I wonder if I could just fail one of those questions, like where I just saved last, and then get different answers. Or, you know what I mean? I don't know if anyone knows what I mean. No one knows what I mean. It's fine. I don't know what I mean. I just met me yesterday. God, I'm so weird. No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Instructed by. There it is. This is the book list I mentioned before. I found it on our teacher's desk. No, you didn't. Your teacher kept it hidden. Miss Fang, the country appreciates your assistance. She did it, yep. Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? What? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Oh shit, I don't know this one. So she jumped off of something. She's not alive. She lost everything she can depend on. What choice will she make now? That wasn't calm indifference at all. Tried to take them back. Would suicide be considered as quietly accepting? Quietly accept, tried to take them back, or calm indifference. Damn. I think quietly accepting since, Wei did say she said not a word to anyone and she was just gone. I think it is quietly accept. Come on, don't tell me I screwed it up now. Oh, it didn't say you or me. Crap. This might be my first time that I didn't get the right answer. Maybe I did, I don't know. Why would someone be looking back through this school after all these years? And then I found that... Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think I know what's gonna happen when I go to the right. Wow. I think I figured out who he is. That's not what I thought was going to happen, but I think I know who he is. I mean, it is his journal we're reading after all, I think. Memories are like a mirror, reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Maybe you still want to forget. Maybe you're still afraid. Oh no, crap. That doesn't sound good. Facing your own aspirations, but not confessing to the truth. I am you. Yet you are not me. Dag nabbit. I done goofed. Oh god, there are the eyeballs in a river of blood with bodies. Okay, I done goofed. I done messed up. Okay. Oh god. Alright. Trumpet section kicked in. Oh shit. Okay. I thought I was getting it right. Okay. Apparently I wasn't. Constantly cycling over and over, with only the river Sanzu at the end of your journey. That's way. Yet the knot of sin still lies unsolved. The bridge leading to Paramita lies uncrossed, I think it said. That's Yin. So the Requiem, with a warm crescendo, welcomes you once again. Oh god, that's an eye. Oh shit. Okay. That was something I needed to see. Okay. So is this what she feels like is on her hands, all of this blood? Or is this the river she can't cross? And she has to relive this over and over. Oh, there's the crying in the background again. Oh, it's all going downhill. All right. Oh, this is by far not a good ending. Oh, shit. Everyone's cheering for me to get up on stage. She's got a noose. She didn't hang herself, though. That's not the right ending. That's not right. How much of it do I need to replay? Because that's not right. I felt like that was the end of the game, but that's not the right ending. I'm gonna wait till the end of the credits. That was good, but there is more. I screwed up on some of the answers, and I think it was the last answer that I screwed up on. Because, she kept saying, I am you. But the last one was a ... And whenever you get that ... you know you done screwed up. Oh, by the way, all 4 of those songs are songs that were banned during the White Terror reign. So the songs even have a value to them in this game. See, I did learn a lot. I tried. I did. I tried. I went down every rabbit hole that said spoiler free and everything that I could find about the White Terror without just completely making my brain explode. Bravo, but I'm not finished with this game. I screwed up that last answer, I think. Well, shitballs. Alright. I think I need to load it up from that last one. Okay. I think I need to load it up from that last one. So, I'm gonna get back to where I was. I'm gonna get back to that last question. The one question in which I did not answer it correctly because she gave me that ... and then didn't say I, or you or me, or I am you. So, hold on. Be right back. Give me a sec. The last question that I think I've fubbernucked, I'm back at it. So, let's see if I can get it right. It's not calmly accept. I'm gonna go for the go. Woo! Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? It wasn't quietly accept. Quietly accept made me go and hang myself on a stage where the noose still exists on the big stage of the school, even though it's dilapidated and abandoned. That's not the ending. She doesn't get an easy out. There's a reason why she's flashing between the past and the present. There's a reason why she is most definitely dead and she can't get out of this endless loop. I think my calm indifference isn't the other one either, because she if you commit suicide, it's not over calm indifference. It's over being torn. And that's one of the things that, people say it's usually the coward's way out, and it's not always about that. Calling people that are thinking about suicide cowards is not a nice thing to do. Many times it's what they feel as the most brave act they've ever done, which is a shame. That's what it comes down to. But you can't call somebody that's going through that kind of pain calm, indifferent, and a coward. They're struggling, they're trying to deal, and then they do an act that most people can't bring themselves to do because you have self-preservation, and they overcome that. So it's not some calm indifference and some cowardice act, even though it seems like that to every other person who has to keep living. So I think that my original idea was try to take them back. The only way to take them back is to join them at this point. So I'm going to see if that changes it. And if it doesn't, if she gives me that I'm immediately reloading this shit. So let's see. The instructor's sharp gaze was stifling. You steeled yourself and performed without hesitation. In that one moment, transforming into a pitiless patriot. Easier than you think, right? You are me. That was the correct answer. That was it. Alright, so that old man, I'm almost positive is way going back through the school after it's been abandoned. Because watched him play piano. There he is again. Watched him play piano, and then there was a note. And it wasn't the clues, it was his journal that was updated. And that is Way's journal, not Ray's. So, I'm almost positive that when I went up these stairs, what I was assuming I was going to see was a scene of what Ray did, not what happened with Way looking over. But let's see what actually happens. Alright, this isn't different. Crap. Please don't tell me I have to replay the whole game. Please start changing things right now, please. I need you to start changing things right now, please. Pretty please with sugar on top, please. Cream fraiche. Come on, give it to me. Oh. Whoa. The shadow's not there. It's a paper airplane. Yellowed paper plane. From the white deer to the white daffodil, fate holds us apart. So let us meet again in another life. To our freedom. I can't go back up. Okay. This is definitely different. The paper plane, the freedom, the passing, the messages, and all that jazz. Good. Open the door. Cheng Ming Hu, you are suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, smuggling banned books, and organizing illegal gatherings. Oh shit, they're coming to get him. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Do not resist on pain of death. They killed him anyway. Whoa. Now he's giving me that ... Looks like it will be difficult to escape this time. Fine. Take my head so that I may join my brothers and sisters in death. Sigh. Why? Aren't people born to live freely? To think openly, to speak their minds without restriction or fear. Freedom of belief, love, and self-realization. Being with you was a happiness of the simplest and purest kind. I couldn't help but think. When we could be hand in hand, living an untroubled life. But in the end, this is only a fool's dream. I am too vain like my daffodils, fixated on my grandiosity. The world is not ready for the likes of us.
白水先染上一河鲜血，只能如铁锈般凋零。
Is that the path to the school all those years later? It is. I guarantee that's way. I guarantee that's way. Metal lodgings for laborers, alas, to be demolished. All to be demolished. They're tearing the school down. Oh. It looks like one of the lingered, barred from the heavens and hampered from the underworld. Alone and wandering forever she goes. They're talking about Ray. So the school's being demolished and Wei came to see the school again. Notebook, wait a second. Amnesty certificate. A certificate of amnesty. Name, Wei Chung Ting. Name of type of pardon, amnesty. Crime declared invalid. Thought I would rot in jail. I didn't expect to live past martial law. People say I'm a victim of politics. My crime was written off, but my youth is long past. Something lost can never be regained. A yellowed letter. My son Chong Ting. Even though I witness sickness and death on a daily basis, this still fills my heart with grief. Your mother's disease was utterly untreatable. I can only hope she died without worry, without pain. A person's body can be physically locked up, but your mind is always free to go wherever it pleases. Father hopes you can still get some peace of mind in this situation. Stay warm, stay safe. Your father. Eventually, Mother still passed away. Father didn't take it well, and had to take a break from his clinic work. His written words were spirited and calming. They supported me during my darkest days. "15 years of my life were taken away by a piece of paper. I can still clearly remember when the military police came knocking and carried me off in front of my mother. Little did I know that was the last time I would see her face." Did I miss that there was a second page to all of these, or is this afterwards that I get to find the rest of the story? After being released from jail, I haven't had any contact with Miss Yin. I couldn't believe it at first, but I heard she had passed away abroad due to lung cancer. Like with my mother, only after seeing her ashes with my own eyes, I was able to realize I had lost a familiar part of my heart forever. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. It doesn't matter what I was feeling back then. Only pain and sadness remain. Damn. The large banyan tree has been cut down. It's weathered the storm of generations, yet it fell under the sharp edge of human desire. this is the end? So this is the real end. Time, it rots everything away. Even I cannot hide from it. This is obviously the true ending, the real one. Locked a child up. A child for reading books. And Chang... Oh, I get it. Chang wrote that note to Ray to tell her people were meant to be born free. I guess he was almost absolving her of what she'd done. And I don't think Ray could accept it. I don't think she could accept any of it. I know what that is. Awesome graffiti. No, this doesn't look like... Ray didn't accept any of it, and she ran from it, and she was being scrutinized. And people found out she's the one that gave the list over. I guess she got it from Wei. And said it came from Miss Yin's desk. And, I guess my best guess is between the ideas of, I can't go higher. Between the ideas of being called a snitch by everyone and having blood on her hands and having a note saying, "Aren't we not born to be free?" Knowing she had taken freedom away, she jumped. Oh, it's this classroom. That was something more like I was expecting, and 10 times more depressing than being released from her purgatory of wandering that school, that she was still there. But that violin piece is amazing. I want to learn to play that. If someone wants to learn the piano part with me so I can play the violin, let's jam. I hope that doesn't get... Oh, okay. That's a good note. That's basically an arpeggio right there to end it off. I hope that doesn't get a copyright restriction, because that's an absolutely gorgeous piece of music right there that they put at the end. And I see that I could have gone by chapter now that I'm looking at it. So that is Detention. Amazing. I think it's not going to ever on YouTube, for gamers, anywhere, be given its just deserves, is what it's due, because it takes an investment to understand what you're playing and what you're witnessing. It takes an investment to understand and to delve into this. But once you actually delve into the minds of the people that they're trying to portray living in this place, this is an amazing game. A journey through the mind of someone who is completely torn within her family life, within her school life, somebody that by her own words could wow and impress, and then all of a sudden family life went to hell and her grades suffered, and she was referred to a counselor who she fell in love with, that she thought betrayed her, and she was wrong. She was wrong. She misheard the conversation. It wasn't about that. It was about the books and all that jazz, and who that they were communicating. And that conversation was completely misconstrued by her. It wasn't, because his last letter was to be able to be with her, to escape and think and love freely. So he realized that he was talking about his head joining his family. He realized that wasn't going to be, that he was about to leave, and was trying to write one last note, pretty much telling her to live free. And she didn't accept the idea of living free, and she is stuck in a type of, and the only word I've got for it is purgatory, because of my beliefs and where I grew up, but stuck in a limbo at that school because she could never forgive herself. She couldn't live free anymore, and she took her own life. I understand it, but I think it's gonna take, I think this is the kind of story that takes so much understanding that it's just gonna be glossed over by too many people. So, but of games, of the indie sort of games, I'm trying to think of one that was written more meticulously and better than this, whose visuals and like the stunning things that were happening and the puzzles that you were solving, the puzzles weren't like asinine. That's another big deal thing. The puzzles weren't just complete garbage and trash, asinine, to make it so that it's a kind of a puzzle game inside of a horror game. It was actually like when you were solving puzzles, you were actually unlocking secrets about her past and the school's past. And so that after every single time you've accomplished it, it wasn't a sense of accomplishment of like, yay, I solved a thing, which is valid for some platformers and some gaming aspects of that. The puzzle be a puzzle and you accomplishment of it gives you a sense of joy, but this was every time you figured it out, it was delving deeper into the sickness that permeated the air, and led to all of these tragedies. So I know that this is a fake tale, like it's fiction, but like now that I know the history behind it, it is completely based in real people went through this shit. This was not something that never happened and they had to make up a fake universe. This was completely rooted in the 1960s, exactly as was for the military law that was the life of people that in Taiwan at the time. So big props to the game. That was amazing. I loved it. Even though I was confused, I realized I was confused because I was missing something, and when I got that something, this game just completely took off. So Thank you so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed. I really hope you stuck through and rewatch the whole damn thing if you have to, because this game has a lot to offer that other games don't, especially in being able to even just rewatch or replay the damn thing. Most games is just, but the symbolism, every single part of this now I realize you could dissect into like a novel, which is amazing. It's really good. It's an indie game, for God's sake, and you can do that. So, give it what it's due. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna sign off for this game. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back here really, really soon. Bye.